But what if I don't want to catch any of them? Usually in Pokemon games, you kidnap wild animals, taking them away from their natural habitat, and force them to fight against someone else that did the same thing. What kind of monsters are we? But today, I pledge to be a better person, and I will not take a poor creature away from its home. Instead, I will be using domesticated animals. Aww. Today, I am playing Pokemon Red version without catching Pokemon. The rules for this challenge are simple. No catching Pokemon. That's pretty much it. Which means I will allow myself to use glitches, because I would argue that tests my game knowledge, that's my idea of fun, and I don't have any ideas around using the HM, so I just won't use this glitch. Because that would be a short video. Let's just start the run. From a new file, we are going to name ourselves after a very handsome person, and then we can officially start the run. The first thing we're going to do is grab the potion from the PC in our room. This pretty much guarantees our victory against the rival battle for the first fight. When we grab our starter, we're going to pick Bulbasaur. You understand why we needed the potion now. But winning the first battle makes us level up instantly. Then we're going to play the game as usual, leveling up a little bit along the way until we exit Viridian Forest. Then Bulbasaur will never battle again and will retire at the old age of level 8. Now this is the part where the run starts to get a little interesting. With our level 8 Bulbasaur, we're going to make sure it has 16 Tackle and 36 Growl, with Tackle and Growl in the second and third slots of the moveset. Next, we are going to totally ignore this guy. There is a brief window where you're able to pause after his last text box goes away. Pause, save, restart your game, hold right, walk into the next loading zone, and then we're going to feel bad about ignoring him, and then we're going to go back to him, look at our Bulbasaur, and then talk to him. This, for some reason, allows you to walk through walls. Note that this glitch will deactivate once you enter a cave or a building. We will use this opportunity to make our way over to Celadon City. Receive a suitcase as a gift from a gacha player, which we can then use to hold coins that we picked up off the floor at the game corner. With enough coins, we can... Why'd I say that? With enough coins in our case, we are able to pick up Abra as a prize, and then teleport away. With the ability to teleport, we can walk through walls at any time we want now. For the sake of convenience, I will not mention every time I walk through walls and teleport, so when I say I went to do something, or I'm in a new place, you know how I got there. You saw me buy the Abra, here's my receipt. The next thing I did was enter through the exit of Mount Moon and pick up both the fossils. Oh, how the tables have turned. Now I'm the one that doesn't want to share. Idiot. Idiot.
Alert, class!
I also grabbed the old Amber, and then I revived all 3 fossil Pokemon. Finally, after about an hour into this run, I have Pokemon I intend to use for battles. But I am not battling with them just yet. We will get there though. We just need to get our groceries done first. We need the rare candy from Mount Moon, which will come into play later, then the HM for Fly, travel through the Safari Zone, and get the HM for Surf. These are hard-hitting attacks that my fossil Pokemon can use for battle, but I want to be able to use these moves outside of battle as well, which leads us to the moment you were waiting for, Pokemon battles in a Pokemon game.
That's all there is to it! A winner! Just like that, we'll be right back on our Price is Right, don't go away!
We're going to be taking on the Electric-type gym leader, Lieutenant Surge. Aerodactyl was able to knock out the Voltorb and the Pikachu in 2 hits. and then was knocked out by Raichu. Kabuto was able to finish the job with a Surf, and that's Lieutenant Surge down with no trouble at all. It took me longer to find the buttons than it did to battle him. Koga, on the other hand, actually required some strategy. His first Pokemon is Coughing, which Aerodactyl can handle no problem. The next Pokemon, however, is Muck, and this guy is trouble. It was able to take out Aerodactyl with an X attack and 2 sludges. Luckily, I thought to pick up some items before this battle, so I sent out Abra as a sacrifice to revive Aerodactyl. Muck tried to poison gas the Abra, which doesn't affect it, and I took that opportunity to fully heal Aerodactyl. Muck used Disable on Abra, and since Teleport is the only move it knows, it instantly started to struggle, which I thought was pretty funny. After Abra goes down, I send out Aerodactyl to finish what had started with Muck. Koga sends out a second Coughing, which goes down as easily as the first one. Then we are down to his last Pokemon, Wheezing. Because my Pokemon was poisoned, I did need to heal once, but once you get Wheezing's health down to a certain point, it will go for a self-destruct, which I was up in the air for. And that's Koga down. Also on the first attempt, I did get a game over from one of the trainers in the gym, but we're not going to talk about that. Now that we have these badges, we are able to fly and surf outside of battle, which brings us very close to the end of our run. We talk to this old man that shows us his Weedle, and then we get the out of there to Cinnabar Island. For some reason, it makes you see Pokemon you shouldn't along the edge of the island. Old man, that wasn't Weedle. We are doing this to find the legendary Missing No, so that we can run away from it. A visit from Missing No duplicates the item that's in the 6th slot of your bag. This just happens to be the rare candy from earlier. With several rare candies in my bag, I use them to bring my fossil Pokemon up to level 100. The last roadblock of this challenge is not the Elite Four, but getting there. We broke through walls one last time because it is necessary to mention it this time, and we walk past this door and through all the guards and such, and through this jumbled mess. Keep going up and a little bit right until you see these doors. That's the entrance to the Elite Four. Saving and resetting your game will restore the environment to what it should look like, but the loading zones won't be there. But since you made it here, all you have to do now is fly here and the loading zones will come back. And now, it is time to take on the Elite Four. I have 3 level 100 Pokemon on my team, of course I did it first try. Thanks for watching this video, and hey, if you enjoyed it, maybe you would like this one.